welcome to my 1 week postpartum video. So we've been home, or not we've been home, but it's been 1 week since we delivered the boys, and we've been home for 3 of those days, which has been very nice. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, actually 4 of those days. And being home has made a world of difference as far as like my recovery, as well as establishing the routine for the boys. But how I'm feeling and how I'm doing, that's what this video is about today. So as you know from, or if you don't know, I ended up having an emergency C-section, which was not really expected, but in the end everything worked out. After the surgery I was pretty sore, and I was taking 2 Tylenols every 6 hours, and then once I started self-medicating, I tried to continue 6 hours until I was starting to feel more mobile and starting to feel like the pain wasn't as severe. So right now I'm just on the Tylenol extra strength, and I'm taking them every 8 hours right now for the pain, but don't really feel it so much now in my abs. Like, it's so nice to move around in bed and just be able to roll over. Like, while the last couple months of my pregnancy, I was so huge and uncomfortable that I'd have to wake Colin up just to be able to roll over in bed. And then after the C-section, it was pretty painful, so I could not even lay on my side. But I'm able to roll around in bed and be comfortable, and that has made a world of difference as far as getting a better quality sleep, even though the quantity is a little bit less. Breastfeeding is going, I think, pretty well, considering I had the surgery and it's only been a week, and I think the milk is coming in really well, getting like a few big like drops every time my hand express, and the milk is more white now versus when it first started coming in, it was more clear. So they at the hospital gave me this little tube of lanolin cream, and it's by Ameda. You can see that. And it's called the 000 lanolin, 0 additives, 0 preservatives, 0 PPA. And it's just kind of like an ointment, and I've been using it after every feed, as well as when the breast milk started coming in, I would rub the breast milk on the nipple and then put the lanolin. So far I've had very minimal cracking and bleeding on the nipples, and I think it really helps with the lanolin. So I've been eating a lot of oatmeal for breast milk production, as well as keeping up with my eating and snacking, just because I know I'm burning a lot of calories, and I just need to keep up with my fuel so I can help fuel the babies. So I've just been keeping snacks like granola bars by the bed or by the couch where I'm mostly feeding, just making sure I have some snacks there so I can eat while I'm feeding, and then making sure I'm trying to stay on top of my meals. Physically, my hands and my feet have gone down in the swelling by a huge amount. Like, it feels so different. I keep finding myself doing this or looking at my feet and just moving my feet around because it's been so long. It's literally been maybe 4 months since I've been able to actually feel my hands and squeeze my hands and move my feet in a way that doesn't feel like it's numb or that it's swollen. So thankful for that. One thing I've noticed too is that my hair is a lot softer. I've always had like pretty thick hair, and a lot of it, and I haven't dyed it in years, so it's always been like quite healthy. But just since I've come back from the hospital, I've noticed that it's a lot softer, like almost like a child's hair. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. So let's talk about sleep and the boys' schedule. So far we are feeding them every 3 hours, even though it takes sometimes an hour to feed, burp, change diapers for both of them. We're trying to just make sure that they're getting those 8 feeds a day and waking them up every 3 hours. Sometimes at night they're a little bit more fussy, and we just have to either give them a few more, like a little bit more in feeding, or cuddle them a little bit more, but trying to stick to every 3 hours. So for sleeping wise, that usually means I have to be up for every feed because we are breastfeeding as well as topping up with formula. So maximum sleep I could get is 2 hours minimum, which is actually pretty hard for me because I'm already a very light sleeper in terms of trying to get to sleep. So it usually takes me, on a normal situation, like an hour to wind down and be able to fall asleep. So having 2 hours, 2 hour windows was pretty hard at first, but I think now that it's all caught up to me, I could probably sleep a little bit more. But once in a while, if we have help, I will maybe like skip a feed and just let Colin and whoever's helping us take that feeding with the bottles, and then I would just sleep through and hopefully get at least 5 hours of sleep. So we did that once so far last night, and that was actually really helpful because I did end up getting almost the 5 hours of sleep, and I feel amazing today. But yeah, just still trying to be flexible with them and just kind of figure out what they need. So far it hasn't been too bad now that we're home and I'm feeling more physically active and that I can do more and help around with the babies and around the house. So yeah, we're just kind of figuring out the routine as we go along. So mentally, I feel like I'm doing way better. I'm not gonna lie. Those first couple days in the hospital, my hormones were going crazy. You know, being tired from the surgery and not getting any sleep, and just the whole experience of being a new parent, the fear and the exhaustion and the uncertainty and all that definitely takes a toll on top of all the hormones. But I did have a few good cries at the hospital, as well as when we came home, just, you know, Colin and I getting into that routine with the boys, as well as figuring out how we interact with each other now as parents. But I think it really helps to support yourself with a good support system. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, and just having people around you that are willing to be there for you in whatever way you need, whether it's bringing food or just talking it out or helping with the babies and sleeping over and letting you get sleep if you need to. Whatever anybody is offering, definitely take them up on it, because there's no need to be Superman or Superwoman during this. That you need as much energy and strength as you can to give to your babies. So that's how I'm feeling right now mentally. And I'm just so grateful for all our family and friends that came to visit and brought food and just came for company. And since we've been home, our family and friends that have come and stayed over and helped a lot with the babies, and even just helping around the house, like cleaning and cooking and laundry and stuff. That's been so amazing, and we're so blessed to have them. As well as getting out of the house. So I think we came home on Saturday, and on Sunday we just took a little trip to London Drugs and just picked up some prescriptions and little things, and just we were out for half an hour, but I think just getting out of the house made a world of difference. As well as yesterday I went to go get my eyelashes done, and I actually drove for the first time in maybe 2 months. And it was so nice to just get out of the house and drive myself, and kind of, it was nice, but it was weird to be by myself, like to not have the babies with me in my belly, or to not have the babies with me like in my arms or near me, and to just be completely alone was nice, but it was kind of weird to get used to now. But driving on my own was glorious, and you know, the sun was shining, listening to music, and just kind of refresh yourself and, you know, treat yourself. So I got my lashes done and I had a good nap while I got them done, and yeah, I think that really helps with the mental part of postpartum. So okay, so last thing on my 1 week postpartum I want to share with you guys is my belly. So I was quite bloated from the C-section. I was pretty backed up for the first couple days after the delivery. I was not able to have a bowel movement. When I did, I had one, and then I didn't have one for 2 or 3 days, I think. But I'm pretty much back to regular now. So I'll show you guys my belly. So I'm wearing one of my nursing bras that I got from Motherhood, and I love this one. It's been really comfortable. It's the one that I've been using, as well as I'm still wearing the mesh underwear from the hospital, which they sent me home with a few, and these are nice because you can hand wash them a few times before they kind of get ratty. But I'll probably start trying regular underwear soon, but these have just been really comfortable for this first week. So show you my little belly. Still got a little pooch, and if you can see my stretch marks, which I never got to share with you guys, that I had when I was pregnant, you can see them now that I've kind of gone down a little bit. But I've been using bio oil twice a day, showering regularly. My incision is just under here, under the band here. It's about this long, wide. Not really painful right now. I still have the sterilized strip on it, but they said that should come off in a week. And once that does, I can put oil or polysporin or anything on it that I wish to help reduce the scar appearance. So that's it from the front. That's it from the side. I weighed myself this morning, and I am at my pre-pregnancy weight already somehow. I don't know. I will weigh myself again to make sure, but that was very good news. So hope you guys enjoyed my 1 week postpartum. Let me know if you like postpartum videos and what you want to hear in those videos. So thanks again for watching. Bye.